Hi, my name is Sharon and I'm the head trainer at Mission.Possible, and today I'm going to be talking to you about how to make a good goal. Now, like many of you, I've set out to make goals for myself, and also like many of you, I failed to achieve these goals, or I felt discouraged because I felt like I wasn't reaching my goal. Now, after I was thinking about my goals and why I haven't reached them, I realized that it wasn't necessarily the goal that I made that made me feel like I was failing, but it was the way that I worded my goal, or the way that I had my goal laid out for me, that I set myself up for failure. So as I was thinking about it, I came up with 5 keys in order to make a good goal. Now the first key to making a good goal would be to make sure that your goal is measurable. Now what I mean by that is, many of us say that we want to be fit, we want to have nice abs, we want to be stronger, we want to look better. But what does that even mean? How can you measure whether you achieved your goal or not? A better goal would be to say that you want to get stronger. Then you would make your goal, I want to be able to do 10 push-ups as opposed to 5, or you want to look better. So maybe your idea of looking better is being able to fit into your size 10 dress instead of your size 15. So that's an example of a measurable goal. And it helps when you have a measurable goal, because then you see where you're at and you see how much more you need to go in order to achieve that goal. Now the second thing you need in order to make a good goal is to make sure that you make a goal that is controllable. What I mean by that is that, say one of your goals was to come to work every day in the next year. Well, flu season comes around and you get sick and you're unable to come to work. Well, you already set yourself up for failure because you created a goal that is not under your own control. A better way to make that a better goal that is controllable would be, for example, saying I'm only going to eat out once a week and I'm going to make food at home, so I could save that money in order to buy myself a new purse. So you do have control whether you go to the fast food restaurant or not, and you do have control where you put that money that you're going to spend. You save it towards a new purse. So that's a more controllable goal, and you're able to control it yourself. So the third way in order to make a good goal is that you have to make sure you're not making too many goals for yourself at one time. So say you're setting out to make goals. A lot of people have 10, 15 goals of things they want to do, but that's just very overwhelming and you feel like, oh my gosh, I can't do any of these. It's a much better idea to focus on 2 or maybe 3 goals at a time. So once you achieve the 2 and 3 goals, then you can move on to the more complicated goals that you have, or you could just move on to the next one. But it's better to focus on 2 or 3 goals at a time so you don't become overwhelmed and so you're not discouraged. So far we have measurable, controllable, and don't make too many goals. The next thing you need in order to make a good goal is to make sure that you have a challenging goal. The reason I say that you should have a challenging goal is because if you make a goal of something that you know you can already do, then what's the point of making that goal? You're not going to feel successful when you make that goal. You're not going to feel happy about it because it was already too easy for you. So say you want to run a 5K, but you've already ran that distance before in your life. Well, a 5K is not a big deal for you. Maybe a bigger deal for you would be to sign up for the half marathon, and then once you achieve that goal, you will feel successful because you did something that was challenging to get to. The final thing that you need in order to create good goals is to make sure the goal is achievable. Now, for example, say I said I wanted to be able to eat as much as a bear. Well, that's not really achievable for me because a human can't eat that much. So it would be ridiculous for me to make some kind of crazy goal like that, but to make a goal that is achievable, then you can succeed, but it still has to be challenging as well. So those two final goals, the achieving and challenging, kind of go hand in hand to make sure that you accomplish your goal, but to also make sure that you had to work in order to get there. So just a reminder, the 5 keys in making a good goal is to make sure that the goal is measurable, to make sure you're in control of the outcome of the goal. So that's 2, controllable. 3, that you don't make too many goals. 4, that the goal is challenging. And 5, that it's achievable. So whether your goal is a fitness goal or just your own personal goal, make sure that you use these tips in order to make a good goal. And you will, I guarantee, you will feel more successful if you make your goals this way. Thank you guys, and have a nice day. Bye.